All right, Shalom. Call all Yahweh Shalom Shalom to the left. This is a quick video I wanted to make. I happened to see some stuff on the news, current events that line directly with biblical prophecy. So I just searched this stuff right here because I was telling some people about it, but some people really can't grasp it. For those who want to know and can grasp it, you see what's going on right now. And this is what happened in ancient Rome. So I put in a question, the term Salaki, one major reason that caused Rome to collapse, to fall. It said there wasn't one single cause for Rome's fall. And I only put that just to see what it was going to pull up. Now it says, but a major factor was the combination of severe internal issues like political instability, what we got going on over in Babylon. It says corruption, same thing going on over here. Economic crisis, same thing going on over here, even though Esau try to promote stuff like everything is all good and all this is, moving better in a better direction. But the scriptures mention how Babylon won't be healed. So it says inflation, that's what's going on too as well. Everything, hyperinflation has been going on. Everything is going up. They're trying to do different stuff with the market to save it. But Esau dug a pit. Scriptures mention that too. He that dig a pit shall fall therein. So they dug this pit and now they're trying to figure out how to get up out of it and switch it up, which they're going to switch it over fully digital. They're going to give people that digital injection. That's what they're going to try to push ultimately. Now it says overspending, which crippled the state's ability to manage its vast territory and fund its massive military. That's what's going on now. You got Esau and everybody's shit. And there's some scriptures I want to say it's in the book of Joel, the book of Habakkuk, if I'm not mistaken. They mention that about how Esau is never satisfied. This is how you know Esau, the descendants of Esau, the Edomites and Amalek, these people were never done away with. They're still here, up under a new name. And it's another video I seen too. I'll try to make it brief and place it on this video as well, on how they try to hide our identity, use our identity against us, and claim that it's them. The whole time, they know who we are. And these different nations, they know as well too. And they see what's going on. Like, hey, y'all over here doing this in our region of the world, doing this in that region of the world, but what about over your area? Why stuff ain't fixed over there? You got certain cities that look like third world countries and shit. It's completely destitute. Now it says, ultimately leaving it vulnerable to increasing pressure from barbarian invasion and internal decay, creating a downward spiral. Now this is what's going on over here in Babylon. Now, they just went and did this invasion, and of course, you see him in the front, but the guys behind the scenes, those are the ones who pulling the strings. Now they want to pull another stunt. Okay, let's see what else we can go grab. Let's see what else we can go take. They've been trying to get Taiwan for a minute, but that's going to cause a lot of issues. They've been talking about Iran. We got different areas, Greenland. All these different areas. But what about over here? See, Esau is not wise in a righteous manner. They're wise to do wickedness. If they was wise in a righteous manner, they would be trying to fix stuff over here and make sure stuff is fully functioning how it's supposed to be. The infrastructure is good and, all the roads and the electrical infrastructure and all that. Because all it takes for one of these nations, for the Most High to put a spirit on one of them, just speculating on what could possibly happen. All it takes for North Korea, or Iran, or one of these little nations that's nuclear capable to use a damn EMP or something. They ain't even got to use a nuke right off rip. They can just take out the grid. Or Esau might try to be slick and say somebody took out the grid. But the whole time they took out their own grid, so they can blame it on somebody like they pull psyops and shit. But that's what goes on, just so Esau can go invade and spoil other nations. Now I'm gonna read this right here. It says President Trump says the United States is going to run the country of Venezuela. We do not want to be involved. And I ain't gonna play the volume on it because I don't know if it's gonna strike me for this stuff. Because I know a lot of these videos getting word and footage sensitive and certain stuff like that, and sound sensitive and all that. So they be trying to take down videos and hit it with a copyright strike. But it says we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in. And we had the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. And see, that's Esau right. That's what they're about. They really about being vicious. They're not executing righteous judgment. So let me get a few precepts real quick. Let's see. This book of Habakkuk. Let's see. Let's start at verse 2. Book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 says, And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run and read of it. So it's plain, like it mentions in the Apocrypha, right? It says it's plain unto the holy, stumbling blocks unto the wicked. People that read this type of stuff and stumble and be like, oh, it's contradicting and can't grasp it. Hey man, they gotta do some internal fixing, repairing and shit like that. Because if you wasn't wicked, the Most High allow you to get it. It's plain. When you see what's going on in the world, you read old history texts, historical accounts or whatever. You see what happened in different societies, and you see what's going on over here. And you see what the Most High promised what was going to happen. He gave us the blueprint of how he's going to execute his judgment and how he's going to use these nations to gang up on this place. And these other nations, they pissed off with that move that Esau just made. Now it says, For the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul. So, like, let me go back real quick. A lot of our people have been saying stuff like, oh, they've been speaking on this for these many years and that many years. The Most High just was giving us time to get right and wake up all the way. That's why it took as long as it took. He's a just power, long suffering. So everybody won't perish. Now, verse 4 says, Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. That's why you see Esau all over the damn planet. They in every region of the world, military against it everywhere. What about over here? And then, you got a certain amount of military people, a certain amount of bases. But the place is still vulnerable, just like ancient Rome. Now it says, But gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. And Esau allows all nations and all people to come over here and prosper. That's a big, major flaw right there. Because you want to be this mighty nation, but you letting your so-called adversaries gain access. Now it says, in verse 6, Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say,